Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Invitation to Puzzles, where today we have a 7x7 Minesweeper puzzle by CrazyMe. 7x7s are usually irregular, so it's not quite normal Sudoku rules because we don't have boxes, but these regions that are sort of squished around the outside, they serve the role of boxes. So these need to have the digits 1 through 7 once each, in addition to the rows and columns also needing to. And then this is a Minesweeper puzzle. So what does that mean? So that means each of these squares and circles are counting something. And so in this case, the squares are counting how many low digits, that is how many ones, twos, and threes, touch that cell, including diagonally, but excluding the cell itself. So just how many of the 8 cells are 1, 2, 3s. And then a circle Minesweeper is the same, except it includes itself. So the circles count out of the 9 cells. How many do I get? The squares count out of the 8 cells. How many lows do I get? There's a link in the description, so I'd encourage you to try it. But let's get going. And I guess I've given you a hint that when you start, you should probably look at this cell. Because how many lows are there that this cell can see? Well, I guess I can highlight the low digits. Maybe I should make them blue like I usually make low digits. But in particular, there's a 2 and a 3 in here somewhere. And those are the only low digits that appear in these cells because of the rules of Sudoku. And this circle, because circles are the ones that do count themselves, it sees all of them. So this is a 2. And it is low. And so, in a similar fashion, this now actually can be a 1 or a 3, right? Because everything it sees is inside this box. Oh, it can't be a 1 though. I see. Okay, so let me do this carefully. So everything the circle sees is inside this box. So it certainly sees a maximum of 3. So this is a 1, 2, or a 3. Well, it can't be a 2. What if it was a 1? Well, that would say there was exactly 1 low digit in here. And so where are the other 2 low digits in that universe? Well, both of them are here, which is a rather big problem. So we can't do that. So in fact, this digit has to be a 3, meaning that all the low digits in this box are here, meaning that this digit over here is definitely high. Which is very nice. Okay, so we know there's a 2 in here somewhere. I'm not sure that's that useful right away. Let's see. What else do we have looking up? Okay, so this number, if I look at this circle, it sees all the ones in this region, plus that one, plus possibly that one. So this is going to be a 4 or a 5, because again, remember, circles do count themselves. So it sees all 3 in here, plus 1 is 4, and then possibly 5, but it can't be 5 because there's a given 5 up here. So in fact, this is a 4. I guess I can mark that these are high as well, but also this needs to be high, because if this digit is not high, then the 4 is lying, right? The 4 would suddenly need to be a 5. Okay. Let's see. This number is not 4, 5, or 6. That's probably useful. Oh, maybe I should start in the corner. I should probably look at this corner, because this corner does not count itself, remember? So this corner is counting how many low digits there are, in fact, really just in these 2 cells, because that one's not low. So this can only be a 2, because it would be a 1 or a 2 at most, but it's not a 1. We've got good use of given digits. So 2 of these 2 cells are low. The square doesn't count itself, so in fact, it's those 2 that are low. And they're a 3 and a 1, and these are both high because we've gotten all the lows within this universe. Okay, now this column has all of its lows, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that all of those are high. let's see. 1 is just placed in this region by Sudoku at this point, because it's not there or there, and it's not orange. So that's always a 1. Okay, so this number, which does not count itself, is just a 3, right? Because it doesn't count itself, and so I know there's 3 cells here. Good. So now if I look at this, the rest of this column now is orange. That actually lets me place the 2 in here. The coloring is really just sort of a help for scanning, so you can see things like that. And so, like, now that I've seen that that's the 2, now I see that this row has all of its blues, so all of these are orange. Let's see. I also see that this cell isn't orange because it sees 1, 2... Sorry. This cell is orange because it sees 1, 2, and 3. But all I'm... So it's orange. But all I'm really saying there is, hey, the coloring has allowed me to see that this cell is a 3. Coloring is most of the times more a memory aid than it is anything else. Okay, well, this number is certainly at least 3 by that. Let's see. Okay, well, this number is at most 4, just by virtue of the fact that none of these are low. And it can't actually even be 4, because funnily enough, if it was 4, it wouldn't be 4, because if it was 4, it would only see 3. So actually, this number can only be 1, 2, or 3 in some sort of weird deduction, and it's not a 2. So it is 1 or 3. And so I guess what that's telling me is these two are the same color. That doesn't feel the most useful. Oh, how about we do Sudoku and ask where 1 goes in this weird shaped region? It looks kind of like a ladle, I guess, like an upside down ladle. Oh, or a like Davy Crockett hat. The answer is there. It goes there is the only place for the 1 to go. So we now know one of these two is a 1. I don't know if that's worth marking, but I have marked it. So do with that information as you will. Okay. So this is a 4 or a 5. I know that the 1 and the 3 in here just go over here. I guess that does tell me this cell's orange because it sees 1, 2, and 3. I'm not sure how useful that is, strictly speaking, but we'll think about it, I suppose. Let's see. This is at least 4. That's at least 4. Okay, where else? Okay. Aha. There we go. Where is the 3 in this region? Despite Sudoku, it's in one of these 2 cells. Oh. Okay, well, I was going to give a cool proof, but I've found an easier proof through the magic of Sven. But my argument was going to be, well, either this is a 3 or it's a 1, but if this is a 1, then that's a 3, and so then the 1 is wrong, so this is just always a 3. However, perhaps more simply, by Sudoku, this is a 3. Which means that the other 2 low digits are in here. In particular, there's got to be a 1 in these cells, and it's there. One of these 2 is going to be a 2. And then these 2 now can't be 1, 2, or 3 by the region, so they're high. Okay. This number now, if you look at it, can only possibly be a 2 or a 3, and it had better be a 2. Because if it's a 3, then that's a lot of 3s for this region to have. So we'll go ahead and make that a 2. Makes that orange. And actually, that finishes this row. And actually, this row is also done. Okay, and so now, having done that, now this 1, 3 looking into this is actually very useful because now the 1, 3 can only go here and here. It's a hidden pair, aka it's 2 digits that only have 2 places inside this region. So these have to be a 1, 3 pair, and their order is actually known. Okay, and again, now if I look at this, it can only possibly be 2 or 3, but it being 3 causes some problems. So it's in fact 2. And now that's the last orange to finish this up. Okay, that 1 has placed a 1 over here for me. Let's see. This column has all of its lows, so we can delowify those cells. This row has all of its oranges, so we can actually place that 2. Now this column is done, so that's orange. This row is done, so that's orange. And now we have finished our coloring with this 2. Okay, and so what that's going to let me do is it's going to let me write in some numbers. So, for example, this circle is a 5. This number is a 4. This number is also a 4. And now hopefully we can solve the puzzle because we're not getting anything else. So this is a 7 because it's a high digit that's not 4, 5, or 6, and 7 is the only such thing. That's going to be a 6 over there. This is a 5 because it's not 4, 6, or 7. Let's see. This is a 4 just by the row. This region needs a 5 and it can only go there, so that's a 7. It's a 6 by the row. This column needs a 5 and a 7, but that one can't be the 5 because of the region. This column needs a 6 and a 7, but that one can't be the 7 because of that 7. Okay, these are 4 and 6. Thank you to that 6. We can do that. This column still needs a 7, which is going to go up there, and a 5, which goes there. Bounces back over to the 6 there, and the 7 to finish off this region. 6 to finish off this column. 5 to finish off this column. 4 for the row. And a 7. I thought that was going to finish off the puzzle, but we've got one more 4 to finish off the puzzle. Very nice puzzle there to Crazy Me. I also really like 7x7s. They're just generally fun, and Minesweeper puzzles. I think Minesweeper is an underused Sudoku mechanic. So if you have crazy Minesweeper ideas for puzzles, let me know how it goes. I'd be interested to see what people come up with. Maybe I'll do a Minesweeper setting challenge. That sounds good. We'll do a Minesweeper setting challenge. All right. Well, thank you to everyone for hanging out. And I'll be back next time with Invitation to Puzzles. So thanks to everyone for watching. Bye for now.